methods, you don't really want to mess with them. If can you ask everyone to mute themselves? Yes. So I can't hear anyone. For whatever reason, I think it's also my computer. I can't hear anything. Can someone sounds like Brian fighting? There we go. Everybody. Okay, there we go. Now I can't hear people too. Let me mute everyone. I can mute everybody. No worries. There we go. So everybody should be fine. Is everybody good? Everybody good? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, cool. All right. So first of all, if a lot of people are consistently asking you, if consistently changing their methods, doing different things, I don't want to mess with them. Consistency is the key. If you're, like if someone's doing something and it's working for them, usually that's, they're going to be doing the same thing over and over again, just so you kind of get an idea. Like, for example, yesterday was our slow day. Mondays are usually the worst day. We did about $4,000, $5,000. And then the day before was 12,000. Let me go. If you see, actually, I would say, I got to go to analytics. And the day before was 11,000. So like we're average about 10 to 12,000 in kind of a day. Unless like, Mondays are always the worst day. So Mondays are usually the worst day that doesn't work. So if you look at here, I don't know if you can see 12,000. The day before that was 11,000. Day before that was about 7, 8, 9,000. I don't know if you guys can see it again. And this is like about 20 to 30% profit. So how did you go from 12 to 4K? Mondays are the worst days for me. So I don't know if you are running a successful, dropshipping or not, Parsa. Usually Mondays and Tuesdays, my sales like completely just like crash. And then honestly, I talked to a lot of other people. They say it's the same exact thing. Like we do, like we get to 20,000 sometimes on a weekend, and then Monday just go to 1,000, 20,000, 2,000. But then again, Tuesday, Wednesday comes back to normal. Monday is always good. That's funny. I guess every market is different, because whoever I talk to, they say Monday, literally, like even on Facebook, Monday, it just crashes completely. It just does not do well. Because of that, I kind of like cut down most of the ads. Sometimes we wake up on Monday and just like absolutely negative. So we don't really mess with Mondays. Tuesdays like slowly come back to life. So that's just how it's been. So I don't really mess with Mondays as much. I even tell people, if you're testing, try to test your product on the weekends, or at least not Monday and Tuesdays. Monday and Tuesday in the US, people just don't buy. I don't know. People just don't like to buy. So funny thing, yeah, in Europe, it's funny because German markets, Mondays, it's interesting how different market is different. Honestly, like a lot of people say, like there's certain products that they sell in Germany, or like Germany. I actually heard really great things about Germany. I'd say things that absolutely would not work for in the US, or the type of products they start testing or selling, whatever. Every market is different. So this is specifically for US and Canada. US and Canada, for whatever reason, Monday and Tuesdays are just bad. It's been like that, honestly, since I remember with Facebook, since 2016. Monday and Tuesdays always been like kind of not good, unless the holiday or something. I don't know. People go back to work and they forget about buying stuff online. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you how I find my products. A lot of times I talk about the same, methods, and people always are like, oh, is there a new method? Is there a new method? Not really. You see the same product over and over again everywhere. So it doesn't really, there's no such a thing as finding like some secret, right? It's so much about your creative, first of all, just so you know. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to kind of find products with you. I've talked about PipiAds multiple times before. Just mute yourself. Okay. I've talked about PipiAds multiple times before, and it's not, and I know, like, I'm not telling you to go. I'm not a fan of all these product research tools, because a lot of them, you go try to find products and people find saturated products in there, right? It's not about going there and trying to find products that other people are scaling. We're going to go there. There's 3 methods I use, okay? I'm going to show you how I do it. Either is like, first of all, for people that are absolutely beginner, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you. So there's 3 things I like to do, okay? First of all, do you guys see my screen? Just let me know if you see my screen, so I'm not just...
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay. So if you see my screen, there's different methods that I use on PipiAds. Again, I'm not a huge fan of all these tools. It's not necessarily to find, winning products, definitely, but it's definitely a great tool if you're getting started. If you're absolutely beginner, you never had a winning product, you don't know how the ads work, especially for TikTok, a lot of people don't know how to make content. Number one thing is coming to spy on winner store. And one way to do it is going to winning products. Okay, this is all the winning products. None of these products we're going to test. Okay, none of these products we're not testing any of these products. Do not test other people's winning product, especially in US and Canada market. I know I've heard with some of my people that are my friends that are in Europe, like actually one of my students in Italy, he was scaling something that is super saturated in the US. So that might work, but this is specifically just for US and Canada. Okay. If you're not muted, mute yourself, please. Okay. So one way to do it is you can come here, and what I like to do, I just open a bunch of these. Okay. And first of all, if you're absolute beginner, I want you to look at the ads and see why they're performing. Okay. And one way to know also, just why there's a tool. If you're using PipiAds, there's a tool called Shopify tool. If you don't have PipiAds, if you want to give it, you don't have to necessarily get it. There's a trial or whatever. If not, I have it on there, all my YouTube videos, the link that you can go use. You don't necessarily need it, but I like using it because it's a tool to make it easier to find products and see how they're doing. Especially if you're a complete beginner, this is a great method to learn about how successful ads are. Most people struggle with it. I had people coming from Facebook making millions on Facebook and then struggling with TikTok because they don't know how to make content. They're bringing the same kind of content idea from Facebook to TikTok. With TikTok, you can't look like the ad is an ad. You know what I mean? Like the ad's supposed to not look like an ad. The more UGC, the more original it is. They look like someone's just reviewing the product. Someone's just showing the product. The better they perform, if that makes sense. So one of there's 4 methods that we use for our ads to do really well. One of them is text to speech. One of them is voiceover, just like casually, reviewing a product, like talking about the product and just recording your voice. Review style videos do really well, like unboxing and reviewing a product. Also reacting. Stitching method is like reacting to another video. So you have an original video, a girl is like, oh my God, this product is doing this. And then the second person is like, oh, I just ordered this just to see if it works or not. And then kind of reviewing it like that. And then green screen backdrop, I think that's what it's called, background, whatever. So basically you're again reacting to another video. Those videos do really well. So technically you got to go on TikTok and then see what's trending and what's doing really well as a UGC. And then most of the time UGC style videos that go viral, they also do well as an ad. Does that make sense? So a lot of people that are going viral organically, let's say UGC organically, if you run, if you make a video similar to that video and then run it as an ad, that's how you go viral on the ads as well. And then obviously if you're making your own videos, make sure you have good lighting. How many products would I test in the beginning on TikTok if you have 2K a month for ads? There's no rules for how many products. Someone asked like how many products should I test? Here's the thing, it takes about $50 to $100 to test the product, in my opinion. The faster you test, the faster you get results. If you're not muted, please mute yourself. The faster you test, the faster you get results. But also, I might say that, but then I see people like throwing out like really bad content or like ripping every single product is ripped content. You can react to other people's products and stuff, but like don't rip the whole thing, that they usually don't do well. So it can take, I had people find winning products within 3 products because they're really good at making content. They know TikTok platform. And I know people that are struggling because they're not used to the platform. They don't know anything about it. And it can take them 40, 50 products. So it really depends on how fast you want to test and how good you are in making the creatives and like learning TikTok platform. Okay, so back to product research. If you're just getting started, I want you guys to just look at why the videos are performing, right? So you're in the winner section and then you look at why the products are performing. Actually, I've seen this one, so I'm just gonna open this one and let's just take a look at this product.
Okay, this thing is so cool. So this is a flash drive for your phone where you can copy and transfer things like photos, videos, and files, and then move them right to your laptop, iPad, and even other people's phones. And you can even record videos and take photos directly onto the memory stick via the app, so you don't have to use storage on your phone. This has 256 gigs of of storage. So that's 124,000 photos or 40 hours of HD video.
So as you guys see, honestly, the content is, I can tell it's, ripped from someone else or maybe AliExpress or whatever, but the voiceover, that's what makes it, right? It makes it look like a review type of videos. And I've seen it. Please mute yourself if you're not muted. Hold on, who's not muted? Okay, I just muted everybody. Okay, cool. So it's kind of like review style, right? These kind of UGC kind of contents do the best. Someone asked if I just do US. I do US, Canada, and UK. UK recently started becoming profitable, probably the last 2-3 months. Last year I messed around with UK. No matter what I would do, it just would not get profitable. So the last 2-3 months actually been pretty good. So highly recommend testing in the UK. I think UK is just like maybe the app, they're easing up to the app recently, you know what I mean? So one of the things that I want to do, there are a couple tools that I highly recommend you guys using. These are free: Commerce Inspector and Alley Hunter. So there's a paid version of it that is Shopify tool that is also through PipiAds. So if you're already paying for PipiAds, definitely go download Shopify tool. What it does, it tells you if that store is getting sales or not. So it kind of give you an idea of if that what that store is doing, like if they know what they're doing. So the best way we find winning products is just we have a bunch of stores saved up. So what we do, like for example, here, let's say I know the store knows what they're doing. This is an example, okay? I'm not saying that they know what. Oh, actually, this might not be dropshipping. Okay, let's open another one that looks okay. So let's say this store looks like they know what they're doing, and how we know that how they're doing what we know what they're doing. There are a couple of ways to kind of find out if they're using. I like to use Commerce Inspector. Is this app that shows you whenever this opens? I'll show you. So you go to Commerce Inspector. I don't know why it's so slow. Okay, let's open another one. I don't know why this is glitching. Oh, did I open the same one? What is happening? Is this a glitch or is it my browser? Okay, I have no idea why this is doing this. Okay, I don't know why this is not opening. Let me copy paste and see if it makes any difference. Oh, weird. Okay. So let's say when you get Shopify tool, it looks like there's something like this, right? It shows you all the live sales. So it looks like they still scaling. So one thing is it shows you live sales, but it doesn't show you for how long they're being selling it. So you have to keep this open and then come back and check on them to see, if they're still selling that product. So one thing to keep in mind, I don't like to go for whatever they're already scaling. What I like to do, if the store looks like they know what they're doing, I save this, right? So I go here and then kind of save it in my whatever sheet that I have. Like, let's say I go here and then save it here. And then what I like to do, I have like 50 of these. Sometimes you see in my videos on YouTube that I say I have 50, products that I've saved here, and I like to I go and spy on them. So what does that mean when I spy on them? So I go here and I go to Commerce Inspector and I can see what products they're adding to their store. So the chances are if they consistently get winning products, they also know how to find winning products, right? So scrolling down, there's another way you can kind of check if you go through the apps and they look like they have a lot of apps that they pay for. For example, Luke's, they have to pay for. Lucky Orange, they pay for. They look like they know what they're doing, I kind of like to save those stores and then you can spy on them to see if, how often they're testing a product. So if you go here, it looks like they created it. So newest product, right? Created 9 hours ago, created 9 hours ago. So let's take a look. And in my head, I have a couple of rules. Okay, this is a cool product actually to test. I haven't seen it on TikTok. That would actually be cool. I have a couple of rules or questions that I ask myself. If this product is problem solving, is this product passionate product? Is this product problem solving, passionate? It has to be unique. It has to be something that people consistently are not buying. You know what I mean? It's something very unique, at least in the US and UK, US and Canada market. You don't want to be, you don't want to be you want to be looking for stuff that is unique. People don't go and just buy. And then I'll go through the questions after, guys. Sorry if you see that I don't answer, because I'm going to be doing this, and then I'll go through the questions after. So like, for example, I would be like, okay, this is a product that I might test. I go and like, first of all, I save it. There's another tool you can use. It's called AliSeek. It's free. These are all free. Search AliExpress by image. So whatever product that you find, you can also find it on AliExpress. It goes on AliExpress and search it for you. So here I can take a look. Okay, $30. Let me see how many. Another thing I like to do, I don't like to go after products that have a lot of orders on AliExpress. If they have like 10,000, 15,000 consistently, that means like there might be, if people are scaling it through AliExpress, just imagine how many people are not scaling it through AliExpress. You know what I mean? Like they have their own supplier. So let's say, for example, with this product, I would probably test it. So I put it in here and I do more research on it, right? So I put the link, I kind of just put it all together. It's kind of a tutorial I give also my VAs to do. So literally they all follow this method, and then they do it with different product research tools. So it doesn't have to be necessarily PipiAds. We also use Ecomhunt. Ecomhunt is for Facebook. That's why I like it. So I can find products that haven't been scaled on TikTok, but they've been on Facebook. Because in the beginning, 2 years ago, when we, kind of started like messing around with TikTok and stuff, we've been advertising on Facebook since 2016, but since we started messing around with TikTok, we brought up a lot of our past winning products from Facebook and put it on TikTok, and they would perform, right? We just had to change up the content, make it super like TikTok-ish, looking. So that's why I like to also look for products that people might be scaling on Facebook, but they're not on TikTok. And I see if anybody ever scaled it. If not, then that's a good product to go and like try to make content for. Now, okay, so let's say this is one of them, if that makes sense. So that was what I'm talking about. And the winning products, if you're absolute beginner, I want you to watch the videos and just get an idea of why these videos are performing, right? Why is this a winning creative, right? So let's take a look at this one.
I accepted Apple's $7 million offer. I have 2 months to sell it for $13 before Apple sells it for $99.
So crazy part, this is like a little confusing, right? I notice if you make your ad just a little confusing, that people have to watch it over and over and over again. The algorithm thinks that people like it, right? And that has to do with a lot of also organic stuff, organic posts. I've seen, like I study TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm thinking, my brain is consistently thinking, why are these people getting a lot of views, right? Why is it that this has 1 million views? Why is it that, these people are growing so fast? And then you see, it's a little bit of like curiosity. You have to create not too much that people are absolutely like shut down. They're like, what is it? Like, I have no idea. But a little bit that like, oh, what does that mean? I want to watch it again to see why people are, doing it again and again. Okay. If you just joined, please mute there we go. Okay, cool. So this is technically all I do. Like we go open like a bunch of these. So let's say all of these, because these winning products already probably a bunch of people are on it and like, trying to scale it and all that stuff, especially people that don't know what they're doing. They go after other people's winning product, right? And then at least in the US, UK, whatever market, right? People go out and try to test those. And you don't want to be that person. But another way that I like to do it is you go to product research. Now product research is a whole different story on PipiAds. These are people that are just setting up their ads, right? So you can go and choose US, UK, and Canada. Okay. So like I said, either I go after products that people are just adding to their store. That means they're about to test that product. So there's no, 20 billion competition against you, or products that people are just testing. So this is a part I like to go. So let's see, last seen today. So you want to find products that people are just testing. So I would say 3-4 days is like a sweet spot. So that people are just testing that product, right? So those are also products I would go after. Now that could be tricky because people also duplicate. There's also people that don't know what they're doing. There's people that are also duplicating other people's products, all that stuff. But the more you do this, like, for example, I know this is saturated. I would never go after this product. I know this is saturated. The more you do this, the more you know what's saturated and what doesn't work anymore. Now, your product is 30% of the process of your success. I would say 60% is your creative. So if you come up with a semi-saturated product and you come up with a completely brand new angle and brand new like creative, then that's a whole different story, right? Now, people also confuse about okay, so now I have, like, for example, this is saturated, unless like they've been scaling it for a while, or like, you know, I wouldn't probably go after certain products. So let me see, like, I don't even know if this is dropshipping, but let's take a look because I haven't seen it. This is probably saturated, unless, like I said, if they're coming out with a brand new creative, right? Let me see what else is out there. This is probably, these are all saturated, so I would not go after them. Okay, so this door thing, I haven't seen it in a while, and then now I see it. Might be something that is worth it. Let me check this out. This is definitely saturated now. Like I said, the more you do this, then the more you can tell what's like not really worth testing. You know what I mean? I haven't seen this one before. Okay, so let's take a look at these. This is definitely saturated up too, by the way. I just didn't want to. Well, you know what? We can open it to see. Maybe they've been scaling it for a while, you know, and if they're not a one product store, let's see what else. So it doesn't look like they're scaling it. But let's see if they're adding products to their store, if they look like they know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. So I'm going to just click it out. Actually, I might have found it on the winner. You know what? No worries. I just have to dig in to see if the, you know, if the store looks like they know what they're doing. So this has my Shopify. Crazy thing, they probably scale it on this. This crazy thing is like these people didn't even bother changing it. That's how much your URLs doesn't matter at all, apparently. I'm actually curious to see. Oh, delete it. Okay. Let's look at these. It's a one product store now. No, it's not. Never mind. Let's see if they're getting live at 37 minutes ago. So I like to keep this open to see if they're getting sales. Remember, I said it doesn't show you sales all the time. It also gets triggered if people adding the product to their store. But I go to Commerce Inspector. Let's take a look to see if they're consistently adding product to the store. If they're consistently adding product to the store, that's a good sign that they're consistently testing. So 13 days ago, I probably wouldn't, you know, stress about it too much. Let's take a look at this one. So this is from the part that says product research. So these are the products that people are just testing. So it looks like they just started testing it, right? So with this one, you can kind of spot to see.
Smells stock, factory, or generally just does not smell good. I literally cannot recommend this product enough. I picked it up the other day and it's absolutely incredible. So all you got to do is add some water and a few squirts of your favorite cologne, perfume, essential oils, whatever. I have some Dior Sauvage in here.
Okay, let's take a look. Now I'm curious. So they just testing this product. One thing you can do if they're just testing the product, you can keep the store open, right, for 24 hours or whatever, and then see if they're getting sales, some sales. It's kind of like they're testing it for you for free, if that makes sense. So let's take a look.
I hate it when my wife's side dude doesn't close the door when he's here. Therefore, I
So this is a really good way of marketing because you're creating that, like, what the hell, like, what are you talking about?
I hate it when my wife's side dude doesn't close the door when he's here. Therefore, I bought myself a lazy door closer fix. It was so easy to install. My wife can't wait to try it out when he comes over.
That's funny. Okay, that's funny. Let's see if they know. Let's take a look at their store and then see if they're what's going on here. All right, it's not even a Shopify store. I guess it didn't work out. Okay. Doesn't look like they know what they're doing. So the Shopify tool shows you if they're getting sales or not, just for, you know, if you just joined. I've seen this scaled multiple times. Okay, a day ago, it doesn't look like they're getting consistent sales or they know what they're doing. So if that makes sense, what I'm trying to do, guys, is that there are a couple of ways. I find stores that know what they're doing. They might be scaling something, but I look at what products they're adding to their store. Because if they're scaling it, chances are they're also picking products that know like it makes sense to, you know, become, they're good at finding winning products, right? Once you have one winning product, you're intermediate at that point, you know. So I already can tell this is a bad ad, so I'm just going to close it. And the next thing is on PipiAds, I like to go to product search. This is the second method, okay, to make sense why I went from winning product to here. So these stores, we don't know if they know what they're doing, but they're testing products that could work. So let's see. If you guys have like a warm-up account, body shaping stuff do really well. So you might want to test that. If you know your account is not going to get banned and stuff, because like it also different with TikTok accounts and all that stuff. So one thing that I said I'm going to talk about is like, let's say you found a product, you have a couple products that you found, and now you want to test them, right? So let's say, I don't know, you have, get this open. Yeah, let's say you have this product and you want to test it. So like I said, body shaping stuff actually do really, really well. I know them for a fact. I know they're doing really great. I see their ads all the time on Facebook, TikTok, on Snapchat. They just do a bunch. They sell a bunch of body shaping stuff. Like I said, body shaping stuff can be tricky because it's tricky. They don't like for you to show before and after pictures. But I know that they know what they're doing. And like I said, if you have a warm-up account, you can. These are all drop shipping. So by the way, like they branded it, but it's everything is in here is drop shipping. So let's say you have the product. Now you're like, okay, now what do I do? With TikTok is confusing, right? You're like, a lot of people get confused. Do I test with ripped content? Do they work? What happens? What do I do now that I have the product? So there are a couple of things that you need to do is I highly, highly recommend you make your own videos. Okay. Even if you want to use part of other people's videos, it's fine, but make sure you make your own videos and change it up. The reason is like, if you find, here's what happens. The first method that you can use is you can find content on the internet, ripped content, but the chances are there's like thousands of other drop shippers that are doing the same thing, that they don't know what they're doing, and they're doing the same thing. So now you're competing against all these people that trying to do the same thing. You know what I mean? So crazy things, you won't believe me. I literally use InShot. People that know how to edit videos, please excuse me. I use InShot. It's an app on your Apple store that is a completely beginner. That the reason I do InShot is because I don't want to put it on my computer, go on Adobe, edit it and get it back. With InShot, you can literally cut the parts. You can do voiceover, you can do all that stuff. Then I put it on, it's called InShot. So here, and then I don't feel like putting it on, going back and putting it on, you know, from my laptop, from my this, and then but InShot, I edit it if I want to put part of the video, but the other video, and I could do voiceover, I could do all that stuff. Then I put it on TikTok to use the actual fonts, because I want the actual fonts, TikTok fonts. I don't want any other fonts that are even similar to it. I want the actual font. Where do you get from where? So you don't need to, you need to order. Here's the thing with TikTok, the best performing videos that I've had, I've always ordered the video, I ordered the product myself and I made the videos, even if it's a couple seconds. So like, for example, I have products that I used couple like parts of other videos, but the first 3 to 4 seconds are my own videos that I consistently change up. And then the first 4 or 5 seconds is the most important part, because that's when people decide to click on it, right? And then if you want to use other people's video, like they can take you, here's the thing, they can take you down because you're using their videos. I highly recommend not showing any face, any brands, any of that. I don't use, you know, Fiverr is the worst. I know a lot of people like use it. You have to, I tested every single Fiverr editor and I probably found one that was worth like using. And it's hard for an absolute beginner to kind of completely go. The best way to go about it is you order the product and make the videos yourself. So someone is asking, so I'm from Germany, it takes about 1 week to arrive product. That's fine. Test rip content, but it's fine even if it takes 1 week. Yeah, the thing is, your creative, when I say 60%, your creative is what gives you a winning product. From where can we purchase video ads on as the best? So we're actually putting together an influencer thing that you could guys, I keep you guys posted. Okay, as of right now, it's good to go find your own influencers too. So if you don't want to make your videos, so this is the thing, if you don't want to make your own videos, you can go, I have a list of influencers, some of the influencers that I use, I'm going to put it here. You guys can go take a look. You know, there, it's not, oops, not that one. Using influencers list, copy. There we go. So this is some of the influencers that we've used, and some of them might have grown and like they charge more, but I wouldn't pay anything more than $30 to $50. You can find your own influencers. You can go on TikTok, literally search the product name, and then you see a bunch of influencers come up that make videos for the product. You go on their profile, you click on their Instagram, and then you message them on Instagram, hey, business inquiries, I would like to, work together, whatever, all that stuff. And then if you want to work with me, like this is how much I pay, like all that stuff, and then you can contact them. These are the two best ways to go about it. You can go, you can use influencers, you can use make the videos yourself. Ripped content, I don't recommend. There's also ecom edits for people that have the budget. You can contact them, edits.com. They make good videos. Again, for if you have the budget, it's a little bit it's worth it though, because it's a little bit, I wouldn't say pricier. It's like you get whatever you pay for, right? TikTok or Facebook ads, which platform works the best? It both work. You just have to there's no one that is better than the other. The reason I like TikTok right now more is because, at least I teach TikTok, is because it's very beginner friendly compared to Facebook. Facebook, a lot of people struggle because they open an account and it just they get banned. There's a lot of issues with people that are getting started. You can buy agency accounts. They can be like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. So for me, I know how to advertise. I know how to do this. So it's not a problem to go and pay $3,000, $4,000, but like someone's getting started, they don't know what they're doing. Why would they pay $3,000, $4,000 to get an agency account? With TikTok, you can just open an account and just kind of do that. I do have contact for agency accounts. If anybody needs contact for agency accounts, just DM me at my Instagram, ecom playbook. Okay, that one. And also, let me just close this. Let's answer some questions. Okay, we're going to 42 minutes. Okay, so let's answer some questions. Guys, put your questions down below. Let's answer some more questions about anything you guys need. I'm going to do more of these so we can talk about different things that you guys want me to talk about. All right, let's go through the questions. Oops. How do you deal with chargebacks? So first of all, you need to have a good supplier. If you have a good supplier that sends out things fast, they have tracking number, they have everything, you're not going to have a lot of issues with chargebacks. Like honestly, our chargeback rate is like less than 0.5%. I think way less than that. We probably way less than that. Yeah, like it's really low. So if you have a good, you want to have a good customer service, you want to have fast shipping, and then honestly, this is another thing that people don't know. Once I have a winning product, I don't dropship anymore. I buy in books, keep them in the warehouse in China, and then send them out. A lot of people don't know that your suppliers is also a dropshipper. They buy once they get enough orders. But if you know you have a winning product, and then it takes them like 3-4 days to do that. If you know you have a winning product and you tell them to order the products in advance, they keep it in the warehouse, that saves you another 3-4 days. So you can get, literally our delivery is like sometimes like a week it gets here, and then in the UK is like 6 days, 5 days, which is pretty good. So it's not too bad. And that helps a lot with your chargeback if you have also like tracking and everything. That's really quick. Can you give any tips to find a good product for Facebook? So with Facebook is a little bit different. I like to be very, what do I say? Like I absolutely do not test saturated product with Facebook. Facebook is more competitive to me. So I like to go after products that nobody else is selling at all. With TikTok, I can be flexible. I can go after products maybe like with a better creative, do better things. But with Facebook, I like to go after products that nobody else is selling at all. Is Shopify payment works? Yes, because most people say it's getting better. I literally been scaling with, like, we're doing like, we've done $20,000, $25,000 just using Shopify payment. And I've been using the same like store, I guess, and Shopify payment like for years. I just changed, if I need to change the store, I just change the store, but I use the payment. Like I don't like to consistently open new ones, because that's when you're gonna have issues. Try to like stick to one, warm it up, make sure you don't have any chargebacks, make sure you don't do anything crazy. Like your, all that stuff, you're not going to have any issues. I don't know why people have so many issues. Even with PayPal, we haven't had any issues the last couple of years. Maybe in the beginning when I didn't know what I was doing, when I was not uploading my tracking, when I was not fulfilling fast enough. If you fulfill your orders every day and you don't have any chargebacks, you're not going to have any issues with payment processors. PayPal or Stripe, which use well, if you're using, I like to use PayPal in all my stores. But I go from Shopify payment and Stripe. You don't compare PayPal to Stripe. It's Stripe versus Shopify payment. So Shopify payment, Stripe, I use both. It's not a big deal. There's also like, if you're like completely like you can't use any of them, there's like, what is it called? There's Payment Cloud, or there's a bunch of them that Shopify recommend for like, high risk businesses, but their fees are really high, which I don't like. Do you start now testing product for Q4 from it? We are always testing. There's not like, I don't plan to like just for Q4 or this to this. Honestly, like, I don't know why people make a huge deal from Q4. If you're always testing and scaling, it's always going to be testing and scaling. That doesn't mean that for Q4 you're going to have, people buy more, but there's also more advertisers. So it's not, you just always have to be testing and scaling and doing all that stuff. Does that make sense? How many products do you test in a month currently? I don't know. Sometimes if you have 2-3 winning products, we don't test as much, but if we don't, then I don't know. Sometimes like 5 a day. Sometimes we do 5, maybe more, 5 a day till we find like a couple winning products. And then if we have a winning product, sometimes we get lazy. I don't feel like doing much. If you have like, if you're scaling, it really depends. Like it could be like 100 products in a week. It could be 3 products in a week. So it really depends. But the faster you test, the faster you find a winning product. Okay. For those of you guys, okay, so since you guys been here now for a little, just a second. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I also have a mastermind. Maybe some of you guys that are in here, you also know about it. I have a mastermind. We get on calls like this twice a week. If any of you guys are interested, it is paid. So just throwing it out there, and you have to have a good amount of budget for testing. So I would say at least for ads, you need to have $2,000-$3,000 for testing. You're not going to be spending it all at once, obviously, but this is a good start. I like to be real with people, tell them that you need some upfront money to start testing. So the mastermind, if you want to join my mastermind, there's calls just like this where we'll do it twice a week, but it's more, I guess, intimate because we talk one-on-one with people. We literally go through their stuff. We go through their stores. We look at their products. We see what their store is looking, and then we help people find a winning product and scale them in our mastermind. If you guys are interested in joining, I put the link down below to schedule a quick 15-minute call with my teammate. So you can it's free. If you have any questions and all that stuff, you can schedule with my teammate. He answer any questions that you have. And then you can get any information you want about joining our mastermind. So the price is really different depending on what length of, length you want to be in the mastermind and like how long you want it to be. But I would say, like I said, at least have $2,000 to begin with. Like I said, we also do payment plans, but it's different for which package you want to go with. How long do you run the product if you're first testing? So it's not about the days, it's so much about it's about how much I'm spending. I spend about $50 a product average, and if the CPC is too high, or like my clicks are too expensive, my CTR is too low, my CPM is too high, then I don't run it anymore. I figure out what is it that is making it expensive. Is it the ad? Is it the product? If I test with multiple creatives, still doesn't work, then I completely kill the ads. Okay, so it's been 50 minutes. I gotta get back. I gotta get to my next call. But like I said, guys, if you want to do calls like this, I do calls like this twice a week on my mastermind. If you want to see, what the price is, how you can join, just click on the link down below. I just dropped it. I'm just going to drop it here again. Go click on that in the chat, and then you can ask any questions that you have about joining the mastermind and everything. Can you share your testing strategy? I do lowest cost 5 ad groups, 4 to 10 ads. That's it. It's pretty simple. I've been doing this forever, even with Facebook, for everything. I do the same thing. Okay, cool. Well, guys, I'm going to be posting this also on YouTube. So if you want to go watch it later on, you can do that. And yeah, I'll see you guys. I'm going to do calls more like this more often. So make sure to check the Facebook group. If you're not on the Facebook group, make sure to join the Facebook group. And I'll do calls like this more often. And I'll see you guys soon.